Good day, RGV. Today on Valley por Vida, we've got so much in store for you. Now, I'm talking movie reviews, an interview with an Amazon author, sneak peeks at musical theater at Camille Playhouse, workout tips, and so much more. So get ready because the show starts right now. Hi there, and thanks again for joining us today. I'm your host, Danielle Banda, and I hope you have some free time on your calendars this weekend because there are a ton of great films that you've got to watch, and we've got your inside look at what you can expect on the big screen in the theater or at home. So listen, we've all seen James Bond blow our minds in action-packed adventures time and time again throughout the years, but if you haven't had a chance to watch the latest, then what are you waiting for? Oh, you probably thought Bond was retired from active duty, right? Well, not so much. Some viewers have said that the script is comparable to events happening in real life with the pandemic, even though the film was actually written beforehand. You'll just have to watch it for yourself. And if you're a Bieber believer rather, and you've got some Bieber fever, then listen up. Musician, actor, and celebrity Justin Bieber is giving us an inside look at how he handled life through the pandemic. His music documentary called Justin Bieber, Our World can be screened on Amazon Prime, and it's the perfect vlog-style / professional documentary for any of his fans to enjoy. Dare I sound like a commercial and say, but that's not all. Superstar Madonna is also giving us a glimpse at the latest in her career through a similar style music documentary called Madonna Madame X. What is it like to live life as a global pop star? Well, she's taking us behind the scenes as she preps for her live and musical performances in Portugal, and she's even letting us hang out with her family through the lens. You see now why I told you make sure to schedule in some movie time watching this weekend. There's so much to add to your watch list, and we've got Nexstar's Dean Richards to break it all down for us in today's Reels, Ratings, and Reviews segment.
James Bond, License to Kill.
I won't go into long-winded comparisons between No Time to Die and other James Bond movies, or who was the best Bond. All that really matters now is how the latest film says goodbye to its star for the past 15 years. It's a fitting send-off for Daniel Craig that, for me, contained all of the things that have made James Bond movies some of the best movies of all time. As this one begins, Bond is retired from active duty but is lured back when a high-tech plague threatens to kill millions around the world. They say this plot was written before the pandemic, but you can't help but compare the two. This draws James back, along with all the cool gadgets and fast cars and exotic locations, the beautiful women and breathtaking action sequences, and of course, martinis that are shaken, never stirred. Each element making you feel like you're visiting with an old friend again. Billie Eilish's sleepy theme song matches a more melancholy Bond this time, but one that can still outsmart and outfight thugs half his age and 4 times in number. At the core of the chaos is a returning villain played by Christoph Waltz, and also a new Bond villain, a cerebral, soft-spoken, but very twisted evildoer played beautifully by Oscar winner Rami Malek. The pieces of this puzzle play out in fairly typical Bond movie style and serve not only as the story, but in a grander sense, a salute to Daniel Craig's legacy as 007. Now, the movie does clock in at 2 hours and 45 minutes, which felt a little long, but waiting to see how they would say goodbye to Bond, and if there would be any clues as to who might be taking over in the future, made the time a little easier to take. I enjoyed No Time to Die, but even more, I enjoyed and respected the very high bar that Daniel Craig set for the character. It's all part of my Dean's List A-. Catch it exclusively in theaters.
The first time I'm coming out, I'm going to feel all the eyes on me.
For Justin Bieber fans, the global superstar takes you backstage, on stage, and into his private world as he prepares for his 2020 New Year's Eve concert. It's all in the music documentary Justin Bieber, Our World, also on Amazon Prime Video. And for music fans of a different generation, there's another music documentary this week, Madonna Madame X. Filmed in Lisbon, Portugal, you go behind the scenes with the musicians and dancers, as well as with Madonna's real-life family. Catch it on Paramount+.
Wow, did I not tell you? And there's going to be so many more movies to add to your watch list by this weekend and next week. So be sure to stick with us on Valley por Vida for the latest. All right, but let's say you're thinking, I like watching movies on the big screen and all, but I'm actually in the mood for live theatrical performance instead. Well, not to worry, our team has got you covered there too. Consider making a trip to our city on the border by the sea, because the Camille Playhouse crew is working on their lighting, their stage, their costumes, their choreography, and of course, their music, to give you some brand new shows to look forward to in the coming season. Now, we're giving you advance notice on these shows so that you've got plenty of time to purchase tickets. Jot down the date in your planner and support fine arts for students and music lovers right here in the Valley. We went ahead and dropped by their location for a sneak peek at what we can expect very soon. So go ahead and take a look at today's What's Up RGB segment. I'm telling you, at the Camille Playhouse Theater, there is passion for all involved, and all our local actors, directors, musicians, volunteers, board members, and patrons. Everyone's coming together early on to celebrate the magic of the holidays through these amazing performances. So if you'd like to witness their team literally bringing the stage to life, feel free to visit their website for details on each upcoming performance, as well as get info on how to get tickets for you and your family. And of course, you can always follow their team on social media at Camille Playhouse for show tickets and event details. Those performers love being on stage, so you could say they're living their best life. But that can be hard to do for anyone when faced with what is known as frenemies, or someone who isn't exactly easy to deal with. Luckily, our team had the chance to sit down with Amazon author and coach Christopher Carter to talk about his new book, Permission to Glow, a spiritual guide to epic leadership. Now, Chris works with executives at top companies like Amazon, AT&T, EXP Reality, Edward Jones, and so much more. And he's the founder of This Epic Life, which is a website that provides a daily mediation practice for thousands of people. And this new book is his way of sharing his take on how we can reclaim our purpose and inner power. He specialized in helping people uncover what's holding us back in our lives and how we can remove that roadblock to achieve the life of our dreams. Even during challenging times like the pandemic, a seemingly never-ending pandemic, he's got some skills and tips to coach us into taking back our life by the horns and crushing it at our goals. So are you ready to learn about some tips to deal with frenemies that try to hold you back? Are you ready to learn all about common roadblocks that prevent us from succeeding? And are you ready to create a meaningful life in your life and rejuvenate your career? If yes, then go ahead and take a look.
Hello everyone, my name is Christopher Carter. I'm a coach and author of a brand new book, Permission to Glow, a spiritual guide to epic leadership. And I'm really excited to give you just a few basic tips on overcoming some of these internal saboteurs we all have in order to accomplish what I call our big honking dreams. In coaching, what I look for and what I notice is that all of us have some sort of big thing we know that we're here to create. And just giving voice to this is powerful. So I want you to think about for a second, what could your big dream be? And or what is your secret wish? What do you want to have happen? And once you know that, we can start to notice that there are these very common saboteurs. I call these frenemies in my book. These are the stories that come up inside us that want to keep us separate or hold us back from accomplishing this thing. Well, the long and the short of it is, when I'm coaching anybody from super high achievers, C-suite executives, to a mother just starting her first business outside of her current job, the main thing to do, the main thing to look at is that in coaching, we all want to trick ourselves into doing the thing anyway. It takes a lot of bravery, it takes courage, But also, when you notice these come up, there are 4 of the most common ones that I would point to just notice. This is when we get confronted by our own power to create change in our lives. We will start moving too fast, which is what I call speedy rabbit. We don't consult other people. We start judging people for not keeping up. We start drinking too much coffee. It's just something to notice. We think we could speedy rabbit our way there to the dream. The second one is game face, when we don't want to share our authentic emotions of what's going on with us. This, just noticing these alone empowers us to make a better choice. Like, oh, I'm doing the thing to protect myself. What is confronting me here? What is challenging me into moving forward? And then the third one is the phantom pest, which is this micromanager controller that we all resort to when we can't control the uncontrollable. So we want to nitpick certain things. We want to just obsess over little details. And the first step is noticing them, naming them, and then the third thing is navigating by them. Realizing that it's our job to do the thing anyway. Everybody confronts these, no matter how much they've accomplished in their entire life. And that we just have to keep on navigating towards the thing that we want to create. So if I was going to summarize what we covered here today, the main things are to notice, name, and navigate accordingly. Never give up on the big honkin' dream. It's right there for the taking. You're always got to stay in action around it. And if you're interested in learning more about how to empower all of this, you can check out my book, Permission to Glow. You can find it at permissiontoglowbook.com or my website, thisepiclife.com.
We hope you can keep in mind all these tips and tricks to thrive in the post-pandemic workforce, and that you can use the 3 skills that he mentioned as ways to literally launch your career ahead in your professional environment. Plus, it's just fun to turn your fears into fuel by creating a more meaningful morning routine to improve your overall life. And it feels like you've got things together. There is so much that we didn't cover in our sit down with Chris, though, so I highly suggest that you pay thisepiclife.com a visit online so that you can go ahead and read through some more ways that you can give yourself permission to glow just in time for the new year. And if you start your journey to glowing in the dark beforehand, then feel free to share your story on social media, and be sure to use the hashtag on your screen to interact with others who are embarking on their own self-empowering journey. And by motivating each other, we can definitely find ourselves living our best lives. All right, so I'm going to give you a chance now to pull out your smartphones to find that page, and in the meantime, let's go ahead and take a commercial break. We'll also take a look at your local weather updates, but stay tuned because Valley Pura Vida is not over. We'll be back, and we'll be talking about another way to get yourself ready for the new year. Our team will be visiting one local gym in Raymondville for some tips and tricks on how to get fit for the holiday season. And we have not forgotten about our social media shout out for the day. Hang in there with us to see if your comments is on the one to be mentioned today. All that and so much more coming up right after the break.